everybody. Today we're going to do an unboxing of two items for the One Ring. One is the Journeys and Maps pack and the other one is the Loremaster Screen and Lake Town Guide. So let's start with the screen. It comes with so I guess this is the guide, and yes indeed it is. So it essentially gives you a map of Lake Town, things to do while you are in Lake Town, Dragontide. I don't know if that's is that an adventure? Okay. Yeah, well, that's a festival that is basically held in honor of the Day of the Black Arrow, which is the 1st of November, when Bard shot Smaug. So that's basically a festival that your heroes can attend. This is Lake Town. It's actually a very nice map. Secrets of the Long Marshes. Adversaries, who could you encounter who might be opposed to your party. Marsh plants, what kind of flora can we find there? Marsh monsters, what kind of fauna? Hobgoblins, marsh hag, that would be her. This guy is probably a marsh ogre at the top right. The Men of the Lake, so this is a new kind of a character background and personality you can play. So again, you've got the different backgrounds, the starting skills. So, and I guess, yeah, you get only one actually, only one sample character, and she is a woman. So yeah, for people who would like to play Lake Town, this is of course brilliant. I'm not very interested in this. I basically completely forewent anything to do with The Hobbit with regard to movies, and the only reason why The Hobbit and Lake Town is so big is because of the movies, because obviously in the books it doesn't really play that much of a role. And Alfred's not in the books. So here we've got, and this is why I really bought this, because like I said, I couldn't care less for Lake Town. But because I wanted all of the information that's relevant for playing in one place. And the rule book has, and this is, I mean, you should always be wary of a rule book that in its index has a list of tables. Because when we're talking about games, this means that they didn't decide to have one place where all of the tables are delivered in one go, which is what makes sense, but they basically have them all over the place. And of course it makes sense to have the tables where you need them as you read the rules, but you also always want to have a summary and all of the tables in one go. They didn't do this, which I really hated about the book, and that's the only thing that I hated about the book. But you know, that's why I got the screen, although since I will be playing kind of like a storytelling with myself, I won't have to use it to screen off what I'm doing, but it's a nice way of having everything in one place. And now for a little cat action. Well, actually I managed to get him out of the way. Journeys and Maps. I've said on numerous occasions that I believe Middle Earth is itself a character in the books. And maps are also very important. Professor Tolkien drew his own maps. Christopher Tolkien drew maps that his dad would use in his books. There are many books that show the maps that, or that basically were drawn to plot the travels of the different people in the books. You can buy them. I want to say that there is somebody called Barbara Strachey who made quite a lot of these maps, and they were published in a book, and I basically love maps. This is just something that I really like, so I decided to get the maps. I have no idea what's in there, because it could be that this has also got some additional material, but I really bought it because I wanted the maps. So, let's see. Introduction. It's a dangerous business stepping out of your door, and not just because of the far-off places a traveller might end up, but also because of the hazards they will face along the way. Just as journeys play a central role in the adventures of Bilbo and Frodo, didn't I say that? So too are they at the heart of the One Ring role-playing game. Journeys and Maps is all about the adventures a company might have along the way, whether travelling by road or by boat. The first chapter details some of the hazards a company might encounter, allowing the Loremaster to tailor the danger to the land through which the company travel. Okay. So, here we've got regional hazard episodes for the freelands. Wildlands. So that is going to make it possible for you to really make things a lot more interesting. Boats and ships. Boat types, very nice. On the road to there. On the road to there. Okay. They were, I don't know if this is an editing problem, because I mean on the road to there, that doesn't really work in English at all. They were at the end of their journey, but as far as ever it seemed from the end of their quest. Oh, sorry. They were at the end of their journey, but as far as ever it seemed from the end of their quest. A long journey through the lands of Middle-earth has more sights to offer than the excitement of encountering a hazard. The previous chapter readily covered the many things that can go wrong when traveling. This chapter instead talks about some of the interesting things to see, places to bed down, and folks to meet along the way. So yeah, I'm already seeing that this is an integral part of the game. So here you've got character descriptions, how to create a ruin, an index of locations, that's very nice. I mean, you could basically use this as well for the armies of or warbands of Middle-earth, for the miniatures game. So now let's look at the meat. And they are big, so I won't be able to show them all, but they're two-sided, which is not nice. Let's just see. So this would be Mordor, Gorgoroth, Lithlad, Sea of Nurnen, North Nurn, South Nurn, East Nurn, Narondor, South Ithilien. So this is essentially, we've got Minas Tirith up here. So that's the land of Mordor, where the shadows dwell. This is Eriador, Angmar, Lone Lands. And I feel like Peter Jackson when he does this pointing in the, when he pretends to be Boromir, and he's just pointing and saying, yeah, they're attacking from blah, and they're attacking from here, so, here's Bree. And the Grey Havens are also on this. Unfortunately, I can't show it because there's a cat sitting there and not moving. And we've got Mordor again. Ah, I see. These are the maps for the players. So because this is annotated and it tells you what type of land you have. So these runes indicate, and the shades indicate how difficult it is. So if you've got something like this color, red, it's daunting. And this color here is easy. It's the Eastern Wastes, and it's Shadowlands. So this would play into corruption checks, for example. And here you've got the same kind of map that you can show to your players, where of course this information is missing. They don't know how difficult something is. Okay, then we've got Rohan and Gondor. Again, Emin Muil. and Wilderland. So that would be Mirkwood. And we've got the Iron Hills up here. We've got the Lonely Mountain, Dale, Esgaroth. And on this side we have Rohan and Gondor for the players. And we've got Eriador for the Game Master. So obviously what they did was they printed them on different map sheets so that you know, they can be used simultaneously. Here we've got Rohan and Gondor for the players, and inside should be Wilderlands or Wilderland for the Game Master. This is actually really lovely and I like it. I'm very happy I got these because obviously when I will be playing, I will be kind of trying to tell a story, and for me, like I said just now, part of the story will be traveling through through this land, and kind of also, you know, making the journey, because I have to use dice rolls to see what happens to my guys. I will be using those tables to make a decision what happens to my guys. Okay, so that was an unboxing of the Journeys and Maps supplement and the Lake Town Guide and the GM screen for the One Ring, and I wish you all a pleasant rest of the day.